Dear friends, newborn Jesus escaping by night, crossing a desert and becoming a refugee in Egypt. That is a powerful and deeply meaningful story from the Gospel of Matthew, and it is clearly a legend. We can describe it as Haggadic Midrash. That was a well-established rabbinical genre. Midrash means a theological or exegetical discourse, explaining the biblical passage, say. And Haggadah is a legendary or supernatural story. Haggadic Midrash is a way of making an important theological or ethical point by the means of a legendary story. That is exactly the case of this powerful story about Jesus becoming a refugee shortly after being born, escaping to Egypt, as recorded in the second half of the second chapter of Gospel of Matthew. So let us look how it works. Joseph in the Gospel of Matthew has dreams. Just like in Genesis, his namesake, patriarch Joseph, was famous for his dreams and ability of interpreting them. And Joseph in Matthew and Joseph in Genesis also led their people to Egypt. And furthermore, in the Gospel of Matthew, we also have an evil king who is ordering killing of baby boys, just like Egyptian Pharaoh did in the book of Exodus. And if there were any doubts about Matthew's theological intentions, he employed so-called fulfillment formula. All this is to fulfill what had been spoken by the Lord through the prophet, "Out of Egypt I have called my son." Here Matthew quoting from prophet Hosea. In this Haggadic Midrash, Matthew is presenting Jesus as the second, better, even ultimate Moses. But more, a baby Jesus, a refugee crossing a desert, is repeating and fulfilling the journey, experiencing exile, alienation, uprootedness, and leading people to promised land and to new divine kingdom. It is a legend, but it encapsulates experiences of people of God across the history. And this cumulative effect is more powerful than history. So this deeply meaningful theological typology, this Haggadic Midrash of nativity stories, is something you might not know about the Bible. And join us this Sunday. We will discern what baby Jesus refugee can mean and how Haggadic Midrash can speak to us today.